We had finished up to the 12th verse in Bhajagovindam. We had to enter into the 13th verse. So in the 11th and the 12th verses, we have seen how the teacher is telling us not to unnecessarily take pride in whatever we have with us. It can be wealth, dhana, wealth. The support that we have, it can be family members, it can be from the community, it can be from the society, the janata. More the people who support us, more powerful we are. So it's people and wealth that make us very, very powerful. And then when we are in our youthful days, we have so much of energy, we are over enthusiastic, we want to do this, we want to do that, we want to achieve this, and therefore we are completely extroverted. And therefore we don't realize how time is just flowing there. In fact, the teacher tells us in the 12th verse that Kala Kridati Gacchati 𝐼𝐢𝐭. Time is just playing with us. Time is sporting with us. Just as how we sport with a ball in whatever game, it can be football, it can be throw ball. The ball over there doesn't have any independency. It is dependent on the person who is handling it or who is using it. He can use it however he wants to use it. There is no say for the ball. It can't say you must use me only like this, or you must throw me only in this direction, or only with this speed, or don't use me. It's got no say in the matter at all. Similarly, the teacher says, Kala Kridati, time is sporting with you, left and right and center. And we don't realize at all, slowly, how we are walking from the womb to the tomb. And one fine day, he says, Harati Nimeshat Kala Sarvam. Everything can just reverse. Overnight, in a fraction of a second, things can become completely opposite for us. The wealth can go away from us. Youth, of course, slowly, our youth will go away as we grow into middle age and then into senior citizenship. So wealth will go, people will go away, our popularity will go away. Name and fame and glory that we have associated ourselves with. We have spent so much of time, so much of effort just to make ourselves very famous, very popular. In a fraction of a second, it can go away. So therefore the teacher says, analyze. Are we all not wasting our time? We do not. Day is turning into night, night is turning into day. The seasons are changing. Dawn is becoming dusk and dusk is becoming dawn. Don't you realize how time is playing with you every moment in your life? And still we are so extroverted. We don't see what is happening to us. And we have invested, in spite of all this, he says, still this desire list in us never seems to decrease at all. So that's where we had left the 13th verse over here. Kate kanta dhanagata chinta vatula kim tava nasti niyanta Trijagati Sajjana Sangati Rekha Bhavati Bhavarnava Tarane Nauka Bhajagovindam Govindam Bhaja Mudamate. He calls us all as Vatula. Vatula means one who is distracted. We are very restless. We are so distracted. Why? Thoughts are completely extroverted. So when the thoughts are extroverted, why? Because of the desires, the push of the desires in us, and therefore we enter into the world outside to fulfill all our desires. So the desires turn into thoughts, and then the thoughts grossify themselves into activities or into action. We know how day in and day out, how exhausted we all become. We are overworking, we are fatigued out, we are stressed out. Why is all that happening? Why are we doing all that? To achieve something in our life. It can be wealth, it can be popularity, it can be name, fame, all extrovert. So therefore he calls us all as Vatula, oh distracted one, oh restless one. Kate kanta. Why worry? Why do you worry? Chinta means to worry. Why are you unnecessarily worrying about your wife? Kanta means wife. Dhana means wealth. Why are you unnecessarily worrying about your wife and your wealth? Wife and wealth stand for all things and beings with whom our thoughts are preoccupied. We are preoccupied with thoughts of all people who seem to be useful to us, utility value over there. We always will think of people who matter to us in whatever way. And also materialistic things, wealth, everything. So he says, why are you unnecessarily worrying about your wife, about your wealth? It is there, it will come, it will stay for some time, it will go away. And there also there will be increase, there will be decrease. And always in our life we only want to make sure that the wealth keeps on increasing. And therefore we have invested all our energies in the world outside to achieve whatever goal we have set in our lives. So therefore he says, hey Vatula, oh distracted one, Vatula kim tava nasti niyanta. Is there nobody to tell you? Is what Sankara is telling us over here. He is telling us now. Till now we have wasted our lives. We have to remember the Bhaja Govindam was being addressed to a person who was very elderly in age, and he was sitting over there and memorizing Sanskrit grammar. And across his shoulders or over his shoulders, Sankara is telling all of us. So therefore, is there nobody to lay down some rules and regulations for you? Is there nobody to tell you what to do and what not to do? Is there nobody to tell you now this is enough, draw a line, Lakshmana Rekha in our lives? So far, no further. Beyond that, no. Which means we should not compromise. So is there nobody to tell you what to do, what not to do? Which is the right path, which is the wrong path, the righteous path, the unrighteous path, what path to follow? If there is a temptation right in front of us, what to do and what not to do? Is there nobody to tell you that? Is what Sankara is telling us. In our lives, even if there is somebody to tell us also, we hear through this ear and leave it out through the other ear. Why? The charms of the world are so captivating. First of all, it is a charm. So everything in the world outside, the sensuous worldly objects, they're so captivating, they're so tempting. And therefore we seek them one after the other in our lives. Where is there any rest? Where is there any contentment or satisfaction? From one desire to another we keep on moving. Therefore what should we do? He has already told us that satsang is the only way out for all of us. If we get into satsang, slowly, Sankara told us that sure enough one day mukti moksha will happen to us. Therefore he is stressing over here, Trijagati Sajjana Sangati Rekha. So in all the three worlds he says, if there is anything that will do us good, it is Sajjana Sangha. Sangha means association. Association with what? Association with good people. Again over here it means anything that is good. Good people, good books. Whatever we see should be good. Whatever we hear should be good. Wherever we go, places should be constructive, should be positive places. Pilgrim centers, temples, etc. Bhajan, satsang. So therefore, and in all the three worlds he says, there is no other way out for us. Eka means only one and one only. So the stress over here or the importance of satsanga. Even in Narada Bhakti Sutra, Narada stresses on that. He said it's only satsang that will help us to progress on our spiritual path. And therefore he says, by all means please leave dussanga, association with that which is bad. It can be things, it can be beings, it can be environments which are harmful and destructive to our progression in life. So in all the three worlds, it's only Sajjana Sangha, association with the good people, which will help us out. So once we get into satsang, rest assured, That we are already on the right path. What will it do to us soon enough? Or it will become, how will satsang help us? We can all ask the teacher over here. He says, Bhavati Bhavarnava Tarane Nauka. Why are we associating ourselves with anything good or with good people? Because we want to transcend the realm of change. We want to cross over or transcend samsara. Samsara means realm of change. And in the realm of change, everything is changing. There is the play of the opposites over there. The two will multiply and become the many. The many, the plurality, the multiplicity. That is what is constantly troubling us. Change is not at all comfortable for us. So therefore we want to move from the realm of change to that which is changeless. From the state of mortality to the state of immortality. Mortality means change. It just doesn't mean death. From death, we want to move to the deathless state. What is the deathless state? It doesn't mean we will never give up the physical body. It doesn't mean that at all. Once we have been born, we have to die one day. So it's not that to move to the deathless state means we are going to survive for hundreds and hundreds of years. Death means change. In its largest perspective, it means change. Yesterday died, today was born. Morning died, afternoon was born. Afternoon died, evening is born now. Sure, evening will die and night will be born. So, death means change, or change means death. Death of a present condition and the birth of a newer condition. So therefore over here, teacher is telling us over here to transcend and move beyond the realm of change. It's because of that we have entered into spirituality. We are walking the spiritual path. Over here, he says, over here, what is the only factor which will help us? It is Sajjana Sangha, association with that which is good. And it becomes, he says, Nauka. Nauka means boat. So if we get into the boat of what? The boat of Satsanga. So Satsanga is likened to a boat. So once we get into the boat called Satsanga, sure, he says, it becomes Bhavati Bhavarnava Tarane. It will help us to cross over the ocean of change. Bhava means to become. Constantly we are becoming something. Means change. Until we started the satsang, we were not a satsangi. We were something else. Maybe we were in the kitchen and cooking. So at that time we have become a cook. After that we sat down to eat the food. We became a consumer, eater of food. Every moment we are changing our role. Maybe somebody called us up and we were speaking to the person after eating, after having our food. We become a person who is maybe speaking when we are speaking to the person, or when the other person is speaking, we are listening. So we become a speaker, we become a listener. Every moment we are changing our role. This is called change. And now at 4 we all sat down for the satsang, therefore we have become a satsangi. So constantly we are becoming something, we are becoming something, we are becoming something. After the satsang is over at 5 o'clock, supposing we go down for a walk, we become a walker. Or if we go jogging, we become a jogger. Or if we go to the market to buy something, we become a customer. So every moment we are changing our role. That is called as bhava. So bhava also means change. Samsara also means change. It is an ocean. Where is the end to it? Constantly every moment we are becoming something. We can say, now I understood. So we have become something. Now I did not understand. We became something else. So every moment in our lives, from morning till evening, or till we go off to sleep, there we become a sleeper, deep sleeper. When we are dreaming, we become a dreamer. In the morning when we get up, we become a waker. And after becoming a waker, how many roles we take on every moment of our lives. So this is called as bhava. Masters say, why do you become something? Don't become, just be. You just be what you are. And then you see your own equipment becoming something. The body is playing its role. We have assigned some roles. A role to the body, to the mind and the intellect. No doubt they are all working in coordination. So you just be and see your own equipment functioning over there. From the state of being, why do you become something? When we become something, it means we are identifying ourselves with our equipment, whatever they are doing. The teacher say, you got nothing to do with whatever the equipment is doing. Stand back within yourself, just be, that be attitude, the attitude of being there. Without doing it, it's to become aware. And then see how your equipment are constantly becoming something. They are playing the role actually. But instead of saying that my equipment, all of them together are playing this role or are playing this role, we say I am playing that role. So from the state of be, we have gone into the state of becoming. This becoming is called as samsari. And it's an ocean. Where is the end to it? From birth to death, again birth back. Again, it goes on. So therefore, it's like an ocean. Ocean is very, very vast, expansive. We do not know where the shores are on the other side, and it's also very deep. Therefore, they always liken samsara to an ocean. Very difficult to cross an ocean. But still, the teacher is saying, even though it is an ocean of change is samsara, is this bhava. He says, sure we can, taranam means to cross over. Sure we can cross over this ocean of samsara, this ocean of change, this realm of change, only when we sit in a ship or in a boat. It will take us safely from this side to the other side. Even though there are waves. Yes, the boat will get tossed up and down, but still we are safe inside. It will make sure that we are able to move from one side to the other end. So we are safe. But supposing we are not in the boat, supposing the boat tilts too much and we are, we fall off the boat, then we are in the waters over there. And we know what will happen to us. We can't fight the oceanic waters. We can't fight those huge big waves. Sure, drowning for us. But if somebody helps us, maybe somebody has fallen into the ocean and then somebody comes and helps them and puts them into a boat, now they are safe. They've been saved. So therefore, what is that which can save us when we are all over here being tossed up and down in the ocean of samsara, in the ocean of change? He said the only factor, we need a boat. And what is that boat? He says association with good people. Association with the good is the only boat guarantee for us which can help us to cross over the ocean of change. How do we get into this association with the good? He says start with Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam. Everything will get taken care of. This word Vatula, just now I remembered, it means distracted one. It means restless one. Where are we distracted and restless? Inside of us. Nobody will even know from outside, just looking at us externally, that we may be distracted, that we are full of anxiety, we are fully agitated, there is a lot of restlessness in us. Nobody will know that at all. So we have to turn now that restlessness which is there in us right now for the world of things and beings, we have to turn it and make it into a restlessness for the Lord. That is what Ashada month means. We are now, right now, in the Ashada Masam. The month of Ashada is going on. Yesterday was Ashada Ekadashi, very famous Ekadashi. And now just round the corner we have Ashada Paurnami coming, which is Guru Purnima. in a year we have 12 full moons coming. Every month there is a full moon and a new moon. Why is it that this particular month, Ashada Purnima, why is that called as Guru Purnima? We should know. So in our tradition, everything, whether we take the concept of space, whether we take the concept of time, and anything that is there outside of us in the realm of nature, all of them have messages for us, suggestions to us. And all of them will help us if we are sensitive to walk the spiritual path. So the name of every month of our Hindu calendar, I'm not talking about January, February, March, etc. Our Sanskrit names, Chaitra, Vaishakha, Jeshta, Ityadi. All of them, the 12 months are there in a year, 12 names associated with each month. Each of them suggests to us one stage of our evolution. It's like standard 1, then standard 2. We get promoted to standard 2. Then from standard 2, if we successfully pass the exam, we go to standard 3. The child will go to standard 3. So there is progress over there. Similarly, starting from Chaitra Masa onward, in Chaitra Masa we have our new year coming. Most of the states, they have their new year during Chaitra. So therefore, every month, the name of every month suggests to us what is our inner constitution. What is our constitution? We are a physical, mental, intellectual and spiritual personality. Where do we stand? Are we in standard 1 or are we in standard 2 or are we in standard 3? It starts with Chaitra. Slowly we have to progress. So that itself is a very big topic by itself. Somewhere in between comes this Ashada. So what does Ashada represent for us? Ashada is a windy month. Windy means everything is, it's not nice to go outside at all when it is too windy. If we have an umbrella in our hand, umbrella will get blown up. We know the trees can get uprooted, leaves will fall, the dust will rise. So we always say it's too windy, I don't want to go outside. Everything is very distracting outside. We can't even open our eyes sometimes. Why? Dust will enter our eye. So nature over there is so restless, so distracted she is. Why? Windy season. As nature, so is our mind. As our mind, so is nature. So when Ashada, windy season is happening outside, there is a small little inner windy season happening within us also. Ashada is happening within us. What does that Ashada mean? There are two interpretations. Some say Ashad or Ashada, both we will see. Shad means to sit. When we add to it, it becomes the opposite of sitting. So whenever we are sitting down, we are at rest. We are peaceful, we are calm, we are quiet. At least for the time being, we are not restless at all. Ashad means restless. Where are we restless? Within ourselves, we are terribly restless, distracted. I want this, I want that. Whatever we see, we want. Whatever we hear, we want. I want to do this, I want to do that. This was my goal, I fulfilled it. Now I want something else. It goes on and on and on. So where is it that we are calm and serene and quiet and composed? Not there at all. Inside. So even then, so all this is happening in us. Finally, a stage may come in our life when we say everything is comfortable. Our food, clothing, shelter taken care of. Comforts also taken care of. Everything is fine for me. Some of us say that. Nothing is there. I don't have to worry at all, bother at all. Everything is fine. Family is fine. Everybody looks after everybody else. Our profession is excellent. We have many things about us which for our own comfort. Everything has been taken care of. Even when everything is taken care of for us as a samsari, sometimes in some of us, a restlessness will happen within us. Everything is there, but still, everything is comfortable for you. You want whatever you wanted, you have achieved in your life. Now, why this restlessness? I do not know, we say. I can't put it into words. Yes, everything is fine for me, inside the house and outside the house. But still, somewhere inside me, I'm feeling very, very restless. I'm not comfortable. Is this all life is? Or is there something more beyond this? It can happen to all of us. Actually, it should happen to all of us. If this happens, Ashadas happen to us within. How many Ashadas have come and how many Ashadas have gone? We are still what we were, irrespective of our age. If that happens to us, so Ashad, restless. If that happens to us, and if it becomes more and more intense in us, I want to know, there must be something beyond all this. Yes, I am happy. I am fulfilled. Satisfaction is there. Everything is there. But I feel there is something more for me to achieve. An inner silent urge within ourselves. When that comes, what is that urge? It is a spiritual urge in us. If it comes, it may go away also, because something else will come and preoccupy our mind and we will drop it also. But if we can sustain it, if we can sustain that ashada in us, if it becomes too intense, then the Guru will enter into our lives. That is why Guru Purnima comes in Ashada. Now why Guru's day? It's a day dedicated to our Guru. It's a day dedicated to our Guru Shishya Parampara. Why Paurnami? That's another topic altogether. So if we can keep that Ashada state in us consistently, and if we can intensify it, means we are longing for knowledge. We are craving for a Guru. Now, if knowledge has to come, Guru has to enter into our lives. At the right time, at the right place, the student or the seeker will meet the teacher. How it will happen is all for the Lord to take care of. Nature will take care of it. But if that intensity is there, the Guru will come into our lives. That is why in Ashada we have Guru Purnima coming. And once the Guru comes into our life, Ashada must happen to us. Again, Shad means to sit. Elongated means along with. Means continuously we have to sit with. Continuously we have to associate ourselves with. With whom? With the Guru. Guru is to sit with, or to communicate with, or to listen to the Guru is nothing but Sajjana Sangha for us. So therefore Ashada there, an elongated over there, means continuously, consistently we should connect ourselves with the Master and with the teachings of the Master. That is why Chaturmasya starts now. Normally the teachers are moving from place to place. But during these 4 months, the teacher will stay in one place, so that, and then everybody will be told that the teacher is going to come and stay over here in this village or in this town or in this city for 4 months. And therefore we make use of the teacher's knowledge over there by attending their discourses, their satsangs, etc. And that will happen only when Ashada happens to us. Once Ashada happens to us and the Guru comes into our life, next what? Shravana. We have to listen to the teacher. Otherwise it becomes a waste. The great Master has come to our city. He is giving talks, maybe on Upanishad or the Gita, maybe just round the corner. 2 minutes walk from our house. How many of us will attend? None. We have time for everything else, but no time for satsang. So we must go, and not just hear, we must listen. Then Shravana starts. So the next month after Ashada is Shravana. Shravana denotes listening to the teacher. So beautifully the names of the months, they very beautifully suggest to us what we should be doing in our lives. So this word Vatula One is a distraction for everything worldly. There we are going to sink. Slowly, slowly we will fall. Class 1 or 2 classes earlier, we took it up also. How Krishna tells us that to entertain thoughts of sensuous objects, how it will slowly, slowly bring us down. Spiritually bring us down. So that is also a distracted person. This is another type of a distraction, good distraction. What happened to Arjuna? No doubt it should not have happened, but Master say, if the Bhagavad Gita has to do good to us, it will do good to us, but then we have to connect with it. So unless and until we have all reached the state of Arjuna, Arjuna was restless. Arjuna was so distracted. He wanted to run away from the battlefield. He didn't know what was happening inside him. He said, I'm totally confused. I don't know what to do. He went on and on and on and on, justifying how he should not be fighting that war. The whole first chapter. So there, it's positive. Unless and until each one of us in some way or the other, in some context or the other, go through this Arjuna sthiti, Arjuna's state of mind, Bhagavad Gita will not be able to completely bless us. Why? That state we have to go through, only then that knowledge we will be able to appreciate the knowledge and put it into practice in our lives. So this Vatula is both. One is extroverted, which is not good for us. One is introverted, which is good for us also. We should long for, we should crave for what? We should long for, crave for everything that is good. Association with good, to see good, to hear good, to move to places which are good, to interact with people who are good. So that urge should be there, that eagerness should be there. We want knowledge. We want what knowledge? That knowledge which will help us to move from the realm of change to the realm, to the changeless state. So there also, yes, distraction should be there. Something in us which will say, no, even though everything is okay for me, I am not feeling satisfied. A restlessness inside, an anxiety inside, an agitation inside. That becomes a blessing for us. That is called as the Ashada Sthiti in each one of us. If that happens, sure, the Guru will enter into our life. How do we know the Guru will reach us? It's the law of nature. Masters say, if you can sustain yourself in that state of wanting to know the higher truths, of wanting to experience the truth that is there in the Upanishads and the Bhagavad Gita, sure the Guru has to come. Bhagavan has to send the Guru, or he himself has to become the Guru and come. That's how it is. So therefore that word Vatula I immediately remembered, because we are all going through the Ashada month and Guru Purnima is just around the corner. So association with the good is the only safe boat for us to sit into, to jump into, to connect with. For what? To cross over the realm of samsara, to cross over the realm of change. With this, 13 shlokas are over, 12 shlokas plus 1. The first one was the chorus. So 1 plus 12. Right in the beginning I did say that Adi Shankara gave out 12 verses, 12 plus 1 chorus. Dwadasha Manjarika Stotra. So with this, what Adi Shankara gave to us is over. Then afterwards what happened? Each of his 14 disciples who were there around him, they all contributed one shloka. 14. So now the Chaturdasha Manjarika Stotra will start. Means each of the shlokas or verses which we are going to go through now onwards, each one of them has been contributed by one of the prominent disciples of Adi Shankara. Again, over here I am following one text, but if we see different texts, Bhaja Govindam, the number of the verses slightly may be different, because those days there was no print. We do not know who wrote it down, or it was all memorized, and when it was given out, we do not know in what order the verses were given out. So in some versions, the verses may be little, the numbering may be different. But still, never mind. In this particular, in the majority of the texts, this 12 plus 1 is all these verses which we have gone through up till now. So now onwards, we'll start verses which have been given out by Shankara's disciples. Even over there, the names of the disciples is also given over there. This was given out by Sureshwaracharya. This was given out by Padmapada. Again, over there, differences may be there. We don't have to worry about that. 14 disciples of Shankara gave out 14 verses, that's all. Slightly, maybe the names have been interchanged. But it shouldn't matter to us. The content and the essence is more important to us. The next 4 verses, 14, 15, 16 and 17, which have been given out by one disciple of Shankara, they are picking, all of them are sannyasis. They are all following the master. Shankara, we know at the age of 8, long ago, he took sannyasatva. That story also we know. So he is a sannyasi. All these disciples are also sannyasi. So we know they have their own rules and regulations. Nyasa means to give up. Sannyasa means to totally give up. What should be given up? It's not that outside of us we give up things. What we give up outside, outer renunciation, is not permanent. What we give up or what we drop, we can pick it up again. It is inner renunciation. So though there is a whole process of a person being initiated into sannyasatva, outside, externally I mean, name is changed, they change from the colored clothes to the orange clothes, all that is there. And then there are do's and don'ts over there. They enter into the institution wherein they have taken their initiation, all that is there. But still, basically, sannyasa is a state of the mind. What is there within is being externalized. So it's more of how we are within ourselves. So basically, sannyasatva means state of the mind. In the mind, sannyasa should have happened. Once sannyasa happens in the mind, automatically at the physical level, everything will get taken care of. So renunciation must happen inside first. Once inner renunciation is there, outer renunciation automatically will come. But what we do is we focus more on outer renunciation. Inside we have all the desires. Maybe we didn't express it. So at some point of time, it will surface out. So therefore, inner renunciation. How many Jivan Muktas are there who were householders? They had families. Wife was there, children were there. They were living in towns, in small cities, villages, all Jivan Muktas. They never wore the orange. They never changed their name. They never entered into that monastic life in an ashram. They were with their families. But still they are sannyasis. Our musician saints, Tyagaraja Swami, Muthu Swami Dikshitar, so many of them are there. Tukaram, all were householders. But still they were sannyasis of the highest order. So sannyasatva has got nothing to do with changing the name, changing the attire, changing how the hair is on the head, etc., etc., or where they are living, married or not, etc. It's a state of the mind. It's an inner state. That is what is being now given out in the next 4 verses. So Shankara's disciple, they've all become sadhus, sannyasis. So now they are telling us, they're talking about what exactly is falsehood and what is honesty with regard to sannyasatva. Outside, yes, we can change our Veshabhushana and depict ourselves as a sannyasi. But inside, is he really a sannyasi or no? Is he woodwinking the society and doing it because of some reason? He wants some gain in this way. Easier to become a sannyasi and then gain whatever he or she wants in their life. So that is what is being depicted over here or projected for us in the next 4 verses, attributed to 4 different disciples of Sankara. Best example for us is Ravana. So the Ramayana has got, there is nothing that the Ramayana doesn't teach us. If we can go through the Ramayana and the Bhagavatam and the Mahabharata, we don't need any other training in our life. We don't need any teaching other than that. Everything will get taken care of. In the Ramayana, Ravana gets to know of Sita through Shurpanaka. She is the most beautiful lady on the surface of the earth. Shurpanaka encourages Ravana. She says, you are the one who is Dashagriva. You are the king of Lanka. You are the one who has got all the Devatas under your control. The Navagrahas under your control. Don't you think all the beautiful women should be with you? Yes, they should be with you. But I have now seen one person, one lady, woman, most beautiful person on the earth. Sita. She is in the forest. I think you should go and bring her. So she successfully tempts Ravana. Ravana being Ravana, he is Dasha Mukha. Dasha there 10 stands for 5 Jnanendriyas and 5 Karmendriyas. All of them extroverted is Ravana. That's what Dashamukha represents. Where is he? In Suvarna Lanka. Suvarna means gold. Gold means materialistic. So he is ruling over the realm of materialism, sheer materialism. All Indriyas extrovert. And once he comes to know about Sita, now he wants Sita. He wants to take her away. He could have come in any other form. But in the Ramayana, so beautifully, Valmiki projects Ravana in a sadhu vesha. These are all very beautiful messages and lessons for all of us. Why? We know sannyasi means we revere, we respect. We should be doing it. But the sannyasatva must be inside. What is inside is seeping out through the physical body. Then it becomes all right. But right at that time, Ravana's time or Shankara's time is a few decades ago. So even in the Ramayana time and even in the Mahabharata time, yes, this did happen. Means somebody came in the garb of a sannyasi. So outer renunciation. It looked like the person has renounced everything, but within, had the person renounced, nothing had been renounced. Where had Ravana renounced anything? Nothing he had renounced. So full of kamana. Ravana denotes for us Rajoguna, activity. Sheer activity born out of egocentric desires. So there is always a Ravana in all of us. Of course, Kumbhakarna is also there in us. So eating, sleeping, eating, sleeping. Vibhishana is far removed. We don't even recognize him. So therefore, Ravana came in disguise. It's like Gomukha Vyagra. A tiger has come. How has it come? It's come with the face of a cow. So immediately Sattvic, cow is a Sattvic animal for us. We feel very safe to go near it, to touch it, to pat it. But we do not know it's actually a tiger inside. So the tiger has come, it wants to come near us. It knows we will run away if it comes as a tiger. So what will it do? It's disguise itself as a cow and it has come. And thinking it to be a cow, we move towards it. Once we move towards it and come very close to it, it will take off its disguise. And it will show its true colors. Vyagra, tiger. Then we know what will happen. That's exactly what Ravana did also over here. He came as a sadhu and he said, Bhikshandehi. Sita came and saw. She saw in front of her a Parama Vairagi because he was dressed like that. She couldn't see through. So it happened then, it happens now also. It doesn't mean somebody should come in front of us in the form of a sannyasi only. Ati Vinaya Durta Lakshana. They can be in plain clothes just like us only. It's more of an understanding of the essence than, the outer dress, etc. So therefore she got carried away. She really thought it was a sadhu has come. She went, she brought whatever was there inside. She said, please come and take. He said, no. And we know the whole story. She believed him to be a sannyasi. And that's what happened. If she had used her sixth sense at that point of time, or if she knew even a little bit, then she wouldn't have even ventured to come close to him, to move towards him. Unsuspecting it was. She really thought, yes, this is a sadhu, and therefore she moved towards him. And he convinced her also to cross the Lakshmana Rekha and come. She would never have done it. But he convinced her. He could never have convinced her as a Ravana. He could never have carried her away as Ravana. But when he came to her as a sannyasi, we know what all happened. Not only made her cross the Lakshmana Rekha, but he carried her away also. She couldn't do anything afterwards. This is what happens when we put on a false garb, which means caution. Danger is there. We should know who is it in front of us. Is it really the person? The person has got a personality. Is it true, or is there something hidden within? So over here in the 14th shloka, the teacher over here now, Shankara's disciples have taken over. One of them is telling us, 14th verse of the Bhajagovindam, Jatilo Mundi Lunchita Keshaha Kashayambara Bahukruta Veshaha Pashyannapi Chana Pashyati Modaha Udara Nimittam Bahukruta Vesha Bhajagovindam Bhajagovindam Govindam Bhajamodamate. Though they are all sannyasis, they are all real, true sannyasi. There is nothing like a real and true sannyasi and a false sannyasi. Sannyasi is sannyasi. Either he is a sannyasi or he is not a sannyasi. So here the teacher over the Acharya is pointing out to us how some people come like Ravana in disguise or like Gomukha Vyaghra. So external appearance is something. Internally they are completely something else, which should not happen. So therefore Jatilam means one who has got jata. There are various orders of monks, sannyasi. Each one has got their own way of how to keep the hair or not to keep the hair, clean shaven head, how the dress will be, whatever they wear, orange also, how their names will be. Normally all sannyasi, there is a title over there. According here, if we look at the title, the end part of their, once a person takes sannyasatva, he gets initiated, they change their name. The guru will change his name, and a sannyasa name will be given. That sannyasa name, the last part, looking at that or hearing that, we will know to which mutt they belong to. North, south, east, west, char mutts, which were all established by Shankara's disciples, Shankara's 4 prominent disciples. Just by seeing that, the end can be Saraswati, or the end can be Bharati, or the end can be Ananda, or the end can be Tirtha, or the end can be Vana. So when we see the last part of their name, we will know their hierarchy, Guru Shishya Parampara, from which mutt they come from. So we can trace back their roots. So and therefore each one of them will have their own way. So over here the teacher is telling us, some of them will have matted locks. If we go to Rishikesh, if we go to Haridwar, Uttarkashi, etc., we will see so many sadhus over there. Kumbh Mela, each one of them dressed in a all are in orange, but so different they all look. They all belong to different orders of monks. So therefore he says, some of them will have matted locks, Jatilaha. Mundi means one with shaven head. Some of them don't keep the hair when they take sannyasa. They're clean shaven. Lunchita Kesha. Some people have hair, unkept hair. Neither they have clean shaven nor they have jata. All different types. We can see all of them if we go to Haridwar, Rishikesh, Uttarkashi, etc. So some of them, lunchita kesha means hair pulled out one by one. Means some hair there, some hair not there, all unkept, not combed, not groomed properly. There are some of them. So this is with respect to hair. Kashayambara, all of them, what are they wearing? They are all wearing the orange robes, the sacred orange vastra. Orange represents knowledge. Orange represents vairagya. So they are actually clothed in knowledge. What knowledge? Spiritual knowledge. They are actually clothed in renunciation. That is what the orange stands for. The teacher is telling us how some people use it, misuse it. Nowadays it's easier for us to understand. So Kashayambara, they're all over there clothed in orange cloth. Bahukruta Veshaha, different types of Veshas. Some of them use the orange like this, some of them use the orange like that. It's all different. Varieties we can see. How they wear it, even orange shades of orange are there. So Bahukruta Vesha, different types of orange, they're all parading around, going around. Pashyannapicha na pashyati mudaha. They are all learned only because they've entered into an ashram. Some knowledge they have. But still he says mudaha. Mudaha doesn't mean stupid one. Muda, it would be nice to translate it as foolish one. Who is a foolish one? One who knows and still does as though he doesn't know. That's all it is. I know. If you knew, why did you do? I don't know what happened. Then somebody will say you are so foolish. So Muda is one who knows but still behaves as though he doesn't know. Why? We don't know in what context. Maybe temptation was there. Maybe some reason was there. The pull of the outer world is so strong. Therefore, they will compromise. So, though they know, still they have deviated on their path. Mudaha pashyannapi cha na pashyati. Even though seeing, still they don't see. Did you not see trouble coming? We say sometimes, I knew it was coming. Means I saw the trouble coming. In spite of seeing the trouble coming, why did you do that? I don't know why. I didn't see. I didn't see the trouble coming. Means I saw the trouble coming, but still I did not see it. Contradiction over there. We are contradicting ourselves. So, pashyannapi cha na pashyati. Even though I see, even though they see, means even though they have the knowledge, still they behave like as though they don't have the knowledge. Best example is Duryodhana. He says, he himself says over there, I know what is Dharma. I know what is Adharma. Duryodhana is not a stupid one. He also went to the same Gurukula as the Pandavas went. All the Kauravas went. Both Pandavas and Kauravas were trained under or taught by the same Guru. But Pandavas are Pandavas and Kauravas are Kauravas. And the eldest one is Duryodhana. So what does he say? He says, I know what is Dharma. I know what is Adharma. But the problem is, I do not know how to stop myself from walking the path of Adharma, and I can't make myself move in the path of Dharma. Can we have a more foolish person than Duryodhana? But we say Duryodhana belonged to the Mahabharata. How many of us are Duryodhanas? Doing exactly the same in our small little ways, inside the house and outside the house. So, pashyannapi cha na pashyati mudaha. Such a person, the teacher calls here as a foolish one. Why? Even though seeing, it looks like he sees not. Why has that happened? They are compromising. Why are they compromising? Because of some gain they want. What is the gain over there? The tempting world of things and being sensuous objects or sensuous people it can be. Therefore he says, Udara nimittam bahukruta veshaha. It's so beautifully given out over here. It can't be given out more better than this, I think. Udara nimittam, why are they wearing, why all this bahukruta vesha? If they can't see what they are seeing, or if they can't practice what they've already learned, then why are they moving around like this? With matted hair, some of them with clean shaven head, some of them with unkept hair, and all of them wearing orange, in varieties of orange, different ways of wearing the orange. Why are they all doing this? Bahukruta vesha. It's not one type or two types or three types. Everyone is so different. Some wear rudraksha, some don't wear rudraksha, some wear multiple rudraksha, some wear only one. And their forehead will be adorned in different ways. Why all this bahukruta vesha? So many variations. All of them, the teacher says here, is because of udara nimittam. They're all, udara means belly, petka vasta. They're all doing it for the sake of the belly. Sake of the belly just doesn't mean only food. They want, starting from food onward, they want comfort. They want something in their life. Why? They've not really given up anything. Inner renunciation has not happened. Easy method. What is the easy method? If they go as a sadhu, if they go as a sannyasi, they know that the world, the community will revere them, respect them, adore them. It's easier to cheat the people. Innocent people. Sita was innocent. So Ravana found it very easy to cheat her by putting on the guise of a sadhu. Same thing is happening around us and about us also. So therefore, and they know how to disguise themselves so well. Why are they doing it? All for udara nimittam. They may want wealth, they may want people around them, dana, jana, publicity, fame, glory, nice, comfortable living, standard of living, not standard of life, standard of living. For that, this is an easy method. The moment they put on a sadhu's disguise, people will just come to them and offer them everything. The moment Ravana put on the guise of a sadhu, Sita came towards him to offer bhiksha. If Ravana had come as Ravana, Sita wouldn't even have looked at him. So the best disguise for him was a sadhu vesha. And that's what is so beautifully given over here. Bahukruta vesha. Why? Udara nimittam. It's so easy to convince people by wearing this attire, by disguising like this. So that Shankara's student over here is cautioning people. Not only they are pulling themselves up, we are all in orange, and therefore we should know what to do, we should know what not to do. We are the disciples of that gracious master, Adi Shankaracharya. So how should they be? So by saying this, they are pulling themselves up. It's like revision for them. And also it's a message for the entire world in front of them. Many people do cheat others. They cheat the society. They cheat the community. How do they cheat the community or the society? By putting on a farce personality in front of them. They are something inside, they are something outside. So outside they put on a very nice, humble, a show of humility, a show of renunciation, as though they have given up everything. They are only working for the sake of the poor, the downtrodden, the society. But inside we know how lavishly they will be living. That's what has been indicated over here in the 14th verse. The 15th one, like I said, 14, 15, 16, 17, it's almost a continuation of the same thought. So in the what the 15th verse suggests to us, we will take it up in the next class.